Real conversations, real solutions, real success. Success is my religion.
Welcome back to another episode of the Success is My Religion podcast. We are back and we've been gone for a little bit because CJ's been out of town and we had snow days and all of
We
that
had
stuff.
snow
So
days.
and it's my birthday episode. So this will be
Yeah.
coming out on my birthday, Wednesday, February 11th. But we're shooting this on Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday.
And crazy enough, Super Bowl Sunday was on my birthday 2 years ago when I turned 40. A magical birthday because the Chiefs was going back to back, right?
Yeah, it was magical.
It was magical, and the Chiefs won on my birthday, and I hope to see that one more time at least at least them in the Super Bowl on my birthday. I knew they was gonna win because it was on my birthday. I knew in September that they was gonna win on my birthday because it was on my birthday, and I was just like, "I know they gonna win the Super Bowl." And remember I bet somebody $1,000 and they didn't give it to
Yeah,
me
yeah.
when they actually won the Super Bowl.
It upsets me every time you bring that up. But that's a bet. But anyway, yeah.
Man, I was just like, "Man, they yeah, why he didn't give me my money though?"
He hasn't seen the right person yet.
Yeah, Super Bowl Sunday, what are your predictions?
Well, I'm gonna go with the AFC West. I've been saying this for a whole week and it confuses people. Seattle used to be in our division back in the day.
Who's
So
our division?
the AFC West. So it used to be the Chiefs, Raiders, Broncos, and Seattle, and the Chargers. And then they got moved to the West, realignment or some stuff like that. I forgot who came in. I think it was maybe the Jaguars and oh, the Panthers.
To the
They
AFC West?
no, no, no.
Oh.
Like they came into the league,
Oh, oh.
so
They
they
readjusted
realigned.
the divisions. I was like, I don't know what he talking about.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
yeah. But I'm never gonna root for the Patriots ever. So
Oh yeah, because the Tuck rule. He's a Raiders fan if you didn't know.
yeah, last day here, but never gonna root for the Patriots.
Yeah, because of the Tuck rule. What about that? So when I think about that, and dang, that's a good segue to our
It is. You know what I was about to do, don't you?
that is a great segue into our topic of the day, which is the butterfly effect. So if we apply that butterfly effect, and let me tell you what the butterfly effect is. The butterfly effect is a chaos theory concept coined by meteorologist Edward Lorenz. This is AI overview, so it may not be all the way, but it does what it needs to do for what we have. The effect is a chaos theory concept coined by meteorologist Edward Lorenz in the 1960s, stating that tiny initial changes in a complex system can lead to vastly different, unpredictable, and massive outcomes.
mm,
It uh, it posits
hmm
that metaphorically a butterfly flapping its wings in Brazil could trigger a tornado in Texas weeks later. So the reason why I brought that up today is because one little action or one thing that you take away or put into an environment can cause
Massive
problems.
outcomes.
Yeah, unpredictable and massive outcomes later on. So with the Tuck rule, and the reason why he ain't gonna root for the Patriots is
Never,
because
never.
of the Tuck rule. And then I look at it. I've always said this: what if they? What if the Raiders actually went to the Super Bowl and won that year? what would the Raiders franchise be looking like right now?
It would probably look like the Chiefs dynasty, somewhat sort, because I feel like, teams have turns. I mean, and
Have what?
they have turns. So like the last ten
Oh, people take
years,
turns. Uh-huh.
you guys have been dominating. It took a while. It didn't
The
look like
last decade. Come on.
I did say the decade.
Okay.
I gave you that credit. Decade. I said it on record. The last decade, the Chiefs have dominated. And now you see them in multiple commercials. You almost can't get away from the Chiefs, but I feel that that's about to change. Um, it's going to change. But in the Tuck rule, we were winning that game. We were dominating that game, even in the snow. I was surprised. We had all the right pieces, and that one call just devastated us. And then I don't think that we ever recovered. And then every
Y'all didn't.
time,
They
every time
didn't.
we had a chance to recover, something dumb would happen, like emails or just just a person that shouldn't run the whole team, just like maybe a section of the team. You know who I'm talking about, McDummy. Um, but that is the butterfly effect in a whole course. But we're gonna turn it positive at the end
No.
of this podcast.
Oh, yeah, we always gonna turn it positive. We
Yeah,
gotta, because the knowledge that you gather is supposed to turn into something that you make into your strategy or add to a strategy that you
exactly.
already have in your life is what I use them for. Use knowledge for. Like, oh, yeah, maybe that how does that affect me? How does that turn out in my life? And should I make an adjustment in my life? That's what success is all about, is making adjustments. And sometimes you never make that adjustment like the right. You never get back to it. I mean, not never, but
We're gonna get back to it. Give it.
I hope so.
Give us at least 2 years. You see what the problem is that when we go like a direction, it 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 doesn't seem like it's gonna take off. Like this year, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great. Um, I saw some positives. I saw some positives in the games,
It
and I
wasn't
watched
horrible.
I watched every game. Unfortunately, I did see the positives, but just like anything in life, you have to give it time to develop and grow. And if you're going to go in a new direction, then you have to stick with that direction. And obviously, we have not did that the last several years because we have had new coaches the last several years, and we're going to have a new coach next year, and hopefully, he will, uh, with the right guidance and everybody in place, turn this ship around, and we can go on a Caribbean cruise to Brazil. I want to go to
Yeah,
Brazil.
you can go to Cancun every year as far as I'm
Hey,
concerned.
and you
Go to
was the
Cancun.
the
Go to
Chiefs was in
Cancun.
Cancun too. They just had a delayed ticket.
Yeah, a decade long ticket.
We're back, guys.
A decade long ticket. But what I'm seeing, and we already told you what the butterfly effect is, but what I'm seeing as the butterfly effect is the effect of what society is doing in schools, and specifically the inner city schools.
Yeah, yeah, that is a.
Because I
Mm,
mean, so my coworker said something that was powerful one time or not too long ago, and he was like, you see all of these things that you want to fix inside the educational system, right? And then you go to school, you either be a teacher or whatever in a role at the school, you become something that you think that you can help out, and then you get there and you realize that it's like six 3,000 3,000 layers that you have to go through just to get this one change that you thought would help
Yeah.
the school system and the ultimately the kids and or the students. And I was like, I'm glad you he's like 24 years old. So I was like, I'm glad you can see that because everybody always tells me they like, "Oh, you should stay in the school. We need you in here. We need you." I'm like, "But I can't change anything. I can't do anything because I have to do my job and get the numbers and do all of these different things just to get to the student and help them change, but I can't change the system." And I always thought that. I always knew that.
Yeah.
But the system hasn't ever changed at the same time. And I was like, we can't change the system. We've never changed the system. So us thinking that we're gonna change the system to help the students or the kids is not going to happen ever because it was never changed. So my strategy, once I know that, is like, what do we do to make that environment? What can we do to navigate that environment, even though we know it's not meant for us, it's not good for us, it's not all of these negative things, but there's some positives in there,
Yeah. It's
but
definitely positives.
and that's why we have to navigate it. And so the butterfly effect is what I think is that we got social emotional issues that we all know we have social emotional issues. That's one thing, social emotional. Um, Not going to class, the late work policy, the um, no consequences for for actions or inaction and if you follow directions, nobody's going to um, like push you to do even more because they got more people in the
Yeah.
background
Yeah.
that they need to help because
You're like, oh well, you're going upstream.
yeah, you gonna make it, you're
Yeah.
gonna make it. But even a couple days ago, I talked to one of the teachers, and one of our valedictorian last year is struggling in college,
Yeah.
like struggling, like crying in the corner type, struggling,
Oh.
and, and not. I mean, she getting good grades, but struggling for the whole experience. And
Yeah.
I was like,
The environment changed for her.
yeah, and I was like, that is
Yeah.
a sign that that
Yeah.
everybody else is gonna struggle too. A lot of people are
A
gonna
lot of
struggle
people's gonna
in the
struggle.
next step, even in regular work or whatever. So those things, those issues that I just pointed out, are the things that I'm like, you can't just take away every obstacle or adversity and then produce a great human being. No, you have to go through those adversities. You have to go through those trials. You're gonna they're gonna cause you to have a weak cause you to become a weak person.
Yeah, and I think that when you are prescribed with adversity or difficulties, it's either going to make you or break you. And in this society, it's designed to break you. Unfortunately, it's been like
Make
that
you
for.
weak.
It's
Eh,
supposed to make you weak, but the mindset that you have, the things that you are trying to improve, if you have that determination, then you're going to succeed. Yeah, it's going to be rough. Yeah, it's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows, but it's going to be something that once you come out the other side, you'll see everything that you went through and you'll be like, wow, it should impress you the things that you went through to get to where you're at right now. And you say, hey, I made it. And then if you're even a greater person, then you go ahead and you try and, you know, extend the olive branch of people that are going through the same thing you're going through, just in different levels. I like to pass knowledge on. So like if I learn something, even if it's like not that big of a deal, even if I'm late to the game, like oh, I'll try and pass it on, see if anybody else it helps anybody else. because that's what society needs to be. You need help, regardless. You have your parents, uh, those that are blessed with two or one or none or whatever. You have help throughout life, and you have people that are in your life that come into your life to make a difference, such as Mike here. He makes a difference in my life.
I make a difference in everybody's life. I enhance everybody's life. That's why the people want me around them all the time. And I'm like, I can't be around everybody,
You can't.
especially if people don't listen to me. I'll be like, man, okay, like I'm gonna just move on because,
That's why I just tell people jokes and keep it pushing.
but these things that are happening to you and the people that are around you
Yeah.
every day, and it's subtle. It's it's very subtle, and if you don't understand it, and it will cause a whole bunch of people to become out to be weak people and not think for themselves and not do for themselves and not understand what systems are at work is what I'm saying. And you got to understand, like we can be, and this is where I'm going with this year and the rest of my life, because told myself a few years when I turned 40, I was like, I'm gonna teach this stuff for the rest of my life. I don't want I don't want to be sitting in a school system, even though like I need, like a lot of people are there just to get a paycheck
Yeah.
and get out. You know what I mean?
That's not good.
And I'm there to get a paycheck, but I understand the value of me being present and being in students' lives.
Yeah.
Just the having a black male in your life, in your school days.
It makes a world of difference.
Yes, and there's studies that prove that as well. So
We need more black influence.
yeah, and not just in the school.
Just everywhere. Just
And then I was talking to that one kid. Remember I was telling you about on
yeah.
Wednesday. I was talking to that one kid, and I'm like, dude, if you understood that it takes 10,000 hours to be really good at something, and you don't take the time out in high school. I know, like I bash the high schools and stuff like that, but I understand that like there's specific things that you can take away from any bad situation.
Yeah.
Which what I said earlier is that it's all bad. It's a whole bad situation, but we need to learn how to navigate it, and that's what I'm here to do, is help y'all navigate it. But we gotta look at the good and the bad. So the bad was all of these things that in programs that they're adding to, and what I think needs to happen is that the student, the parent, they need to make a conscious effort to extract the things out that are necessary in the navigation process just to move on to the next step. Because if you don't, what I said to this kid, I was like, there's 10,000 hours to be, it takes 10,000 hours to be really good at something. You spend 1,000 hours a year in school. So if you took
Mm.
4 years of high school and you did nothing with it, you got 0 hours towards your 10,000 hours. But if you did intentionally and deliberately tried, you don't have to be super great, but if you tried and actively was pursuing excellence,
Oh.
uh,
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, if as long as you are pursuing excellence in yourself and your capabilities, you will get out of high school no matter what high school you go to. You'll get something out of that 4 years that you can apply to those 10,000 hours. And then after you get out, maybe or you will have a foundation for whatever's next
Yeah.
in those 5 areas. So I went to a conference the other day as well. I was like, or and she she has a PhD, she a doctor, and she runs some
Mm.
career center in the University of Baltimore. Forgot
Oh,
her name, but
Bighorn.
y'all know how I say there's 5 routes after high school. 5 routes. 2-year trade, 4-year military work. Well, she she had it work and she took out the 2-year. So it was work, military, trade, 2-year or bachelor's degree, 4-year, and then entrepreneurship what she put in it.
Ah, the new
Yeah,
layouts.
yeah. I
Yeah.
just yeah, I don't think that's my requirement now for all black people is to all black kids. You got to get a associate's degree or better.
Yeah.
Everybody across the board. I don't care what it is. If you don't have it financially, go to a community college. If you do have it financially, or you absolutely want to take a risk and investment, which is another part of the butterfly effect that's happening in the school.
Yeah.
We
Development.
no investment. I talk to my students all the time. When are you going to invest in yourself? If they pay for your lunch, and I know people are gonna be like, the conservatives are gonna be
Uh,
like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah." But it's a part of success as
it
well,
is.
and we can't. We talked about it on a few podcasts ago. The requirements. There's requirements for success, but we can't require the requirements for success for you to
Absolutely.
be successful. We can put these things in place, and we can have training training
We can,
training environments, which is high school training
which is
environments.
access to it.
Yes, but to get everything, you have to be intentional and deliberate about getting what you need out of that experience. We can't just force it on you, and that's what I'm seeing a lot of, is that the investment in yourself. My students, they don't have to buy books, they get free college credit, they get their cap and gown paid for if they need.
What?
You see what I'm saying? Like,
I had to pay for my cap and gown.
that's what I'm saying. That's what like, these
Ah,
things are causing our kids to become weak at the end of the
oh
of
my
the
God.
time, and it's an vital, it's vital to your success. Is it's the
So
investment that you
every
put in, the skin in the game that you have.
everything is free now.
Everything is free. You thought I was playing with you.
No, I didn't think you were playing at all, but I that really makes me distraught. Cause I worked at McDonald's just to take care of the stuff that I need to take care of, especially senior year. Senior year, I was one of those students that didn't what we're talking about, I did not participate in. I just wanted to get it done over with and go to hell home. But the butterfly effect is that, now that I'm seeing, the path that I led, um I should have did better. I should have applied more. That's why I tell you almost every time we talk, if I was in this era, I would Jordan the shit. I would Jordan the shit out this shit. Let me tell you,
Cause all
man.
the technology and stuff.
Valedictorian,
Man.
uh, assistant manager at McDonald's. I don't know where I'd be working at if I even worked, but the amount of things that you have access to,
And the amount of money that you make for working a mediocre job.
yeah. Se- what was minimum wage back then? It wasn't. I don't
It's
even
probably
think it
like
was like six
$5 or something.
dollars.
Yeah.
It's like $6.
And we acting like old heads and stuff, and we kind of are, but at the
I
same time, y'all have to really understand and appreciate, like, what the people before you have done to get you to this point. Y'all didn't make up none of this stuff that y'all using. Y'all didn't create none of this stuff. Y'all didn't invent it. Y'all didn't even innovate it. Y'all are just using it to your advantage. And y'all shitting on the people that came before you, and when we try to tell you, hey, this is how you can use it, yeah, we want you to innovate what we say,
Yeah,
because
add a twist to it.
add a twist to it, because you can see it from a different perspective than we can, but you
Hmm.
ain't even taking our good advice. But you'll come and ask us what time it is. I got student. I be having. We post whether it's odd or even on the wall every day. Every day we flip the little thing. Somebody flips it to what day it is. All you have to do is come in and look to the left, look to the right, and you can see these pieces of paper as you walk in that says odd or even. And students will come up to me and ask me, "Is it odd or even today?" I'm like, "Hey, it's right here. Yes, it's odd
Oh,
today."
like A and B day?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And they never know
nice.
which one it is, but they'll come to me for to ask the question so they can get it easier than looking and reading for it themselves.
We didn't
That's
have that.
that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
You had like a little
but
schedule in the beginning, and it
right,
told
right.
you.
But if if I tell them some keys to life, they be like, that ain't. You'll trust me in odd or even day, but you, but I'm trying to give you the
Something
key
important
to
in life.
yeah.
You don't want to trust it.
You don't want to trust it at
No, no,
all.
just tell me what day it is. I'll figure it out from
Yeah,
there. Oh,
the
okay.
little stuff you trust in that, and I get it. You know, there's not a lot of people you can trust in the world because there's so much information out, disinformation, all of that stuff.
AI
But
included.
uh, I do, and we do need to touch on the issue of trying in school. CJ mentioned that if he if he was back in school right now, he would Jordan that stuff or
I would
Kobe
join
or
it.
LeBron it or whatever you
I
want
would
to
be
call it.
so tough. I would have people emulating me so badly that I would be the school leader,
And
or they
and
would.
what I'm saying is that like Gary V, I'm gonna call him out right here on the podcast. Gary V keeps on saying, "Oh, it's okay that you didn't get good grades." For some of us,
Mm-mm,
us,
mm-mm.
you you better try. You better try. It ain't nothing out there for you to if you don't try because as a black man, you're going to need all the confidence. It can't be and it can't be
That is very
like
key.
frivolous. It can't be uh just confidence because that's my
It's not gonna be swag.
yeah,
It's gonna
that's
be
my
beyond
swag.
that.
It
You
has
gotta
to
be
be
beyond that.
it has to be what you actually did that gives you the confidence.
No
Eh,
piggybacking.
nope, no, not even piggybacking. You can't. The confidence you're going to need has got to come from a place of solitude. You actually did this, and because you're gonna walk in the rooms and people gonna doubt you just by the way you look. They're gonna put you in a category just by the way you look. They do it to me all the time. They do it to me to this day and but I have so much confidence and I have papers and degrees and certifications and years of service and work and everything that it don't bother me. And that's what the place we need to get to. The place you need to get to is where you're confident because of the things I've done and the person who I've become.
Amen.
and because if I looked at the school that I worked at Washington High School, and all of those kids went to class every single day, tried in class. They tried on their ACT. That's another thing. We pay for the ACT. You get an ACT waiver because you're a
What?
Title 2 1 school or whatever. You see what I'm saying?
Ah,
So like and don't think that and I can go way deep into this. Don't think that that's not a strategy for you to be weak once they come out because I was talking to a lady that I work with, and I was like, "You know what wealthy people are paying for, even in high school?
what's that?
Education. they put their kids in private school. They get private tutors. They, all of they pay for all of that, and our
Separation.
students, my students, do not want to pay for anything that has to do with education and furthering themselves when they get out of high school.
That's all about separation and not being put in a category.
And that's the butterfly effect. All of those things that are in your school that we talking about and what you see and oh, it's okay to have a bad day. We're gonna give you some snacks in the office, and you can sit here for half the day just because you're having a bad day or you had a bad something
What?
happened at home. Like, and unfortunate for people that I come into contact with, I don't give them no sympathy because
No.
I give empathy, but because, like, Imma tell you, my aunt died in February sometime. I don't even know what day in February. I have to ask my mom, but, she or it might January, February, one of them, but her funeral was on the day of my last game in high school.
Mm,
What happened to be my last game. We was in the playoffs, so, if we lost, we wouldn't play no more.
yeah.
But her funeral was on the day of and I still went to school. I still went to they told me to leave, but there was a requirement that you had to be in school for, like, 2 periods or, half the
Oh
day,
yeah. Or you couldn't play.
before you get to be able to play, so I was like, "Alright, I'll just because 'cause I'm gonna play. This is my last game." But my aunt's funeral was during on that day. I still went to the funeral, came back, played in the game, played terrible because I didn't understand how to channel my emotions at that point.
Yeah.
But I don't give anybody excuses. That's unfortunate. And one of my friends, Larry, he was like, "You ain't got no heart." He was like, "It ain't cold, but it just ain't there." Sometimes.
No, it's there. I mean, it's just your life experiences that have helped you develop the mindset that you have. So when somebody else has maybe the same predicament or even somewhere close, it's like, okay, well, you still have this, and this to do. The day is not over. Like I tell people all the time, there's been a handful of occasions that I wanted the world to stop, and it did not. It passed me by.
And
And
when
then
were those occasions?
the one occasion was when my mom passed. Second occasion when my grandma passed, and then uh,
And these are the tragic events,
they
like,
they
and
are they
so
are tragic. Like
we understand is what I'm
but
trying to say.
the world did not stop.
They don't stop. I
Like
still went and played the basketball game.
yeah,
You still went to work, and you
I
had the bills to pay and stuff.
I went to work. I went to the funeral. I just I don't even know how to explain it. Like it just felt like a spotlight was on me, and it was just shining hard as shit, and it was just waiting for me to do something stupid, and I didn't do nothing because I didn't feel nothing at the time. I just wanted a pause in life. There was no pause unless I took it, and then the butterfly effect comes into play. So if I don't go to work for a week because I'm sad or whatever the case may be, I could, because you get 3 days.
Yeah, bereavement. You get
Yeah,
bereavement.
you get bereavement. So you get 3 days. But I mean, those are just things that happen in life to where that's what I wanted to happen and it didn't happen. And that was just something that I never dealt with in life. So when it happened other times, I was able to navigate a little bit better and be more, I guess, more better about my emotions, even though I don't really have any, but
Any emotion.
I don't know. I just it's just I guess
That's
just
what I'm
just it's
saying. That's
just a
what.
wall. I just put up a wall.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, we're gonna do this, and this, and I had to laser focus. Like we're gonna have to win this game regardless. All right, fine.
And that's what life is. And I'm not saying that I don't give people grace. I give you grace to a certain extent before it starts affecting you. And if it starts affecting you and you don't know it, like, I have to stop it because
Yeah,
I already know where it's going to go. Like, we still need to finish
downward
out the
spiral.
game.
We don't want that.
Yeah. So death is one of the most serious things, serious tragic events that happen. So let me tell you about the deaths in my life. Deaths in my life is in fourth grade, one of my best friends got killed in a drive-by shooting.
Mm.
Um, my mom got hit by a car. She was bedridden for a long time. broke her pelvis and all that stuff. I had to live
Oh,
with a whole nother family. So she could have died on the side of the highway, right?
oh,
Um, a teacher of mine, first year teacher, she had a little cart and everything, was excited about she was actually my teacher. She was excited about teaching and everything. She had a cart. She went from class to class, and one day she was coming on the highway and got hit by a dump truck.
oh,
Yes, she was a first year teacher. She was newlywed. Like she had her whole life in front of her,
oh no.
and we didn't get no social emotional nothing. Like it was just
Mm,
like she died. I don't remember no counselors coming in and talking to us, or there was a room that we was upset or whatever. Which eh, yes, take that time
yeah,
to do the bereavement. And what else happened? I don't know if it was after that. It had to be after that because we were driving. That was in a freshman year, but we had two classmates that passed away in car accidents, drunk driving, or something
oh,
like that. We then my aunt passed away. You know what I'm saying? So like, I had an early relationship with death.
yeah,
So my quote is my quote is we must live well for those who aren't here to live well for themselves.
I
So what
like
does
that
that
quote.
mean?
I like that quote.
That means that we got to do our best in the absence of those people that aren't here to do for themselves. So Keisha was fourth grade. Like I don't know what age that was. That's like 5 or 6, 6 or 7, huh? Six. That's
I was doing so well.
yeah,
You just-
but but
oh,
she never got
fourth grade is like 8 or 9.
8 or 9 yet. So she never got the opportunity to grow up and do the thing. So it's on me to do that for her,
Yeah.
grow, expand, be successful, whatever. I got to do that for her. My aunt wasn't there to live past her 40s,
Mm,
50s. I don't even know if she was 50 yet when she passed away. She had to be in her 40s.
yeah.
But what do I need to do? I found a way to play basketball because my aunt never got to see me play basketball, right? And her funeral was on the day of my last game in high school. It could have been my last game ever.
Yeah.
Could have
It,
been my last
yeah. That butterfly effect is pretty tough.
right, but I chose to make force me into go into basketball.
Yeah.
And basketball is really what saved me. Not the environment that I was in, but the sport of basketball kept me with a structured environment because that was the environment that helped in high school
Yeah.
that keep me focused because I had the requirements to do. And once I understand the requirement and the goal, like I know I'm about to get it done because I want to play this sport. You see what I'm saying? So and they be letting student athletes play games even if they ain't got good grades, and they just going about their little school lives in the hallway and stuff, and
Well.
not having good grades, and they think they gonna go D1. They got a
Mm-mm.
14 on their ACT, a 9 on their ACT, and you think you gonna go D1? You ain't even getting looked at. If a D1 college ain't got you started talking to you by February, you ain't going D1. They already know who you are, and when you before your season even start, they
Yeah.
already looking at you.
That is very
You know,
true.
if they ain't recruiting you already, they ain't gonna recruit you. And I could get into all of that because I played college basketball too. So, man, I'm on one today. So
That's good. It's your
I'm
birthday
on it today.
podcast.
But
Let
you,
loose, young fella. Let loose.
but all of this stuff, like everything's gonna happen to you outside, and it's an unpredictable but massive outcome what's happening in the school. So you have to be vigilant on what you're doing in the school. Like, yes, it's going to affect you, but you can affect it by the things that you do in school. You can go to class on time. You can sit in the front
Definitely.
row. You can turn in your assignments on time. You can you can talk to your teachers. You can even know your teacher's name. I got students that don't even know their teacher's name and they've been in there half a semester.
Oh, that's crazy work.
You know what I mean? Like they've been there a whole quarter and they ain't even know their name. You can ask questions like these are things that maybe necessarily your parents didn't teach you or
Mm.
they didn't uh empower you to do because wealthy people empower their kids to talk to the doctor.
Yeah,
They don't
reach.
have the parents don't talk for them. They like, "Hey, you have something going on, tell Mr. Doctor Stevens or whatever,
Hmm.
uh, that what's going on," and they have a full conversation. Our students ain't doing that. You have to pry the information out, and I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't get that. I didn't have that a lot of that growing up, like, my mom spoke for me, yeah, but at some point in time, you're gonna have to speak for yourself,
Well,
and you're gonna have to understand, but I
yeah, that usually develops once you're out on your own, and you have to, you know, like,
But it doesn't have to. That's what I'm saying. It's supposed to develop at a
yeah,
younger age, and that's
yeah,
a part of confidence that
yeah,
I
I
was talking
know,
about earlier.
but yeah, yeah, that's I don't have any retort on that because
That
it's very true. I mean, and it's different environments. I mean, like, like, I think you sent me a post the other day off of another podcast. It was like, hey, you couldn't tell your grandma how you felt because she was slapping you.
slap the
Like,
mess out of you.
get it together. Put your big boy pants on. But obviously, over the years and through different generations, people have experienced things, and then they have not, if they care or whatever the case may be, try not to uh, pass it on down to another generation. Be more caring, I guess, be more understanding. Understand that there are different different feelings in life now and different emotions, and there's different ways to just deal with it and try and work through it. But the main part of it, of the butterfly effect, is that what you decide today will determine your outcome later on. It could be 5 minutes from now, it could be 5 years, a year. It doesn't matter. The butterfly effect is real. Now I messed that effect thing up, but it's definitely something that you need to pay attention to, um, because it can turn into chaos if you make a decision today and or put it off. It could be vastly greater than what the outcome could be if you just take it on. And I feel like a lot of people just decide that they don't want to deal with certain things, and that's in this lifetime too. And I'm sure it's happened through past generations as well. But it's not a good feeling because you can turn a small problem into a very large problem if you don't take it head on or talk about it or discuss it or just do what you need to do to get it over with. There's no reason for delaying. If you have that option, then go right ahead. But that that effect of the butterflies, it's gonna get you. It's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be what you think. It's not gonna be sweet. It's gonna be very sour for certain people. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is that The butterfly effect already got you because it's the environment that you're already in. That's what I'm getting. That's the deeper part. That's the surface level, which is individually, we do need to do things necessary that will create positive ripples in that effect. But what I'm saying is that if your wings are already tied by something that you don't even understand is going on, that is what the deeper issue is. And that's why I'm here to help because I see all of that. And unfortunately, I have that personality that I'm observing all these things and I'm studying all these things just to make sure I understand it correctly, what I'm seeing, and that I'm coming to the conclusions that are logical, not just feelings based by me. I feel it first, then I'm like, "Hey, what is that? Like, what,
Oh
what
yeah.
am I really seeing, and what am I really feeling?" And then I explore that. Like I was talking to a student the other day, and she was talking about how she sees these things in guys and the way they talk and per, uh, uh, push out their personality online versus personally, right?
Hmm.
And and she sees the difference. And I said, after I thought about it a while, I don't know what the whole conversation was about, but after I thought about it a little while or a couple days, and I was like, maybe the deeper question is not that you are seeing a difference in their personality. It's, are people putting on a front in front of you all the time? Because she's young, so she can be easily influenced or whatever, especially a guy that looks good to her or
Yeah.
whatever. And I'm like, I think the deeper issue that you need to explore is that people put on fronts, and they can put on a front for a long time so that they can get what they want. And if you I need you to this is where I went into coach mode. I need you to look at the character and what they actually do to make your judgment on if that person is a good person or not. You see what I'm saying?
I do see what you're saying, and I do agree on personalities, like especially on social media. I don't necessarily think that's person. I think that's something that they try and push to get likes or to get people to notice them, and they could be totally different in real life. And that's unfortunately that's the problem I'm
That's the way of the
having.
world. Way of
It's
the world right now.
I don't like that's why I say, like if we get deeper into this, then I'm gonna develop characters to separate me from real life, and then I can be that character. And then once the lights are off, I can just be CJ. But regardless, I think
But
that
the
it's
best character to be is you. Like I'm everything. Like we were talking, the same student. I was like, eh, eh, she was like, I want somebody to see everything of me, all the facets of me, but they don't. They will never see all the facets of you. And that's where the conversation really was going.
yeah,
And I was like, people put me in a box soon as they meet me. Whatever aspect that they meet me in, they leave me there. Whether I was a para, whether I do my job now, whether I'm at group fitness or a basketball player, they just leave you there. And I don't think that is our control what somebody's perception of us is, but we can control the narrative of what they see when they get that perspective. So when I was at group and when I was doing my group fitness stuff, I didn't even know the kid, but he worked at the Lee Summit 24-hour fitness where I
yeah,
used to go, where I started doing group fitness at. And I posted some pic or something a while back, and it telling about how I went through, did all of these classes and different things so many years ago. I think it was my 10-year anniversary. Well, 10 years. Uh, I'm on year 16 now. But
Okay.
at
See,
10 years, I
longevity.
posted this, and the dude was like, "Yeah, I remember you. I used to work down at the front desk. You used to go to all of these classes, then you would come downstairs and run like 3, 4 games." You know, that's I I directed that perception. Like, I
Hmm.
need you to see that. Like, you can perceive me as just being a group fitness, uh guru. You can perceive me as being just a group fitness guru, but like I need you to understand the work. And I think that's what my route in life has taken me. And that's why I go the route that I do, the slower route, so that everybody in this journey up until 42 has saw from wherever aspect that they saw work.
I like
They
that.
saw work, and that's all I can do with their perception. Now, what I'm putting out on here and the videos that I'll put out and all of that stuff, that's all of me, not just where you saw me. And
Yeah.
and that's what I wanna do, and that's what I struggle with, and that's why I think we had a good conversation. Plus, she's a Aquarius too. We had this her birthday
Mm.
was last week, and then her little sister birthday was, the week before or something like that. But, you know, like our perception of everybody, I don't have that perception because I don't like that being done to me. I want to get to know who you are
I
outside of what you do.
I
But a lot
absolutely
of
agree.
our society wants us to be predictable. I'm unpredictable. I get it all the time when I'm driving people around in Uber rides, and they're like, "Oh, is this your full time job? This and that?" And that?" I'm like, "No, I'm an educator." And then get to talking some more about, oh yeah, I wrote a book about I got a podcast about, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
like they don't know. They just put me in a category once you meet me, but like then I'm doing the unpredictable, like, and then you really don't want to come against me because I'm gonna win no matter what. So
Dubs for everyone except for you.
any final thoughts on the butterfly effect? One of my cameras is going out, so
Oh,
so
it's
we
almost
gotta
a wrap.
kind of speed it up. But
I don't have any extra to to explain the butterfly effect. I think we covered a lot of bases um, from through generations and just the times have changed, unfortunately, and for the better. I'm not going to say for the worse, but for the better because I feel like I say this every podcast. Like if I was in this era, if I was like 20 years younger, domination,
domination,
domination.
I'm
Oh,
telling you.
confidence through the roof, money falling out my pockets, hopefully blessings. Um, just uh, it wouldn't be predetermined. I don't even know if I would be the same person I am today if I was 20 years ago. But
And one thing that I am looking into a little bit more is like if a person knows what is necessary to be successful, but it's hard, that person would rather stay delusional.
that's very unfortunate.
It is unfortunate because the people that do it hard are the highly successful people, the Ronaldos, the
Yeah.
Jordan, LeBrons, all of them people. I mean, when you look at sports, like we can kind of get a direct line of sight of what they actually did to get to where they are, even though they were gifted physical abilities and
Hmm.
physical height or whatever. But you can see the work ethic and they knew what it took and they actually went out and did it. Even in my own life, like I do it up to a certain extent, but when it gets uncomfortable and when I start getting into a new realm where it's out of my comfort zone, then I started slowing down. I'm like, "Oh, well, is it actually gonna work?" But that's what I see in myself, and that's one of the things that I explored and I see. I'm like, if I had the blueprint, which I do in the book, Work smarter and work harder, the work hard philosophy for individual achievement. And I gave it to you. Are you gonna do it? Nah, I have to take you through that process and actually have you come to the understanding yourself. And that's why I wrote the book at the same time. I'm like, well, if you don't have a mentor, if you don't have parents, you don't have older siblings, if you don't have a mentor, if you don't have teacher, if you don't have none of that to help guide you, hey, these are the things you need to look for, and this is how you can strategize your life based off of work ethic.
Yeah.
Because just like going to school every day and doing those different things, and that's the main thing with the butterfly effect. The main thing with the butterfly effect. Now I'm gonna leave on this note is that society is telling you that you don't need education to be successful. And that's what I was going to mention earlier.
That's
Like just
crazy.
with grades, yeah, it's not, it is about grades, but it's not about grades at the same time. And I understand where people are coming from when they say that, but from different backgrounds and different nationalities, culture, whatever. Some of us, especially black people, because I am black, so I'm gonna speak on it. You have to try because you are going to need to use everything that it is in your wheelhouse. You can't be so specialized and just punt learning and stuff because those people that are saying that they had a support system. They had a financial safety net, and they had supporters, or emotional support, and let them do and create, and they had a environment that was conducive to their success outside of the classroom.
Hmm.
So they didn't need what was in the classroom and they still learned the necessary things. We don't have that if we don't come from a good background or a good home life or whatever. So we got to use it while we're in school. And you got to get those things while you're in this environment, this controlled environment that doesn't have any negatives in it. You may have like a bully or something, or you know what I mean. But like that's something you can deal with,
Yeah.
but you can't let it derail you from your learning and the capabilities that you can practice. And what I was telling that 26-year-old, to circle back, that 26-year-old, I was like, it's 10,000 hours to be really good at something, but, like, if you don't take those 10,000 hours or those 1,000 hours that you have per year and you don't do anything with it, what you gonna and you gonna turn out like him, and this is no disrespect to him, but, working at Amazon, singing in the bathroom, and trading Forex. You may make money, but, like, you're not contributing really to society, you contributing to yourself.
That's a monotone routine.
That it is. And you never like everybody has a gift inside of them, but the only way your gift is going to come out is if you work. You got to work on something and you got to work on it intentional and deliberate. Your gift is not going to come out at Amazon singing in the bathroom just because you can sing, and some girl at woman at that you work with that thought you sounded good because you was singing in a toilet or whatever you was
Oh
doing.
no.
You see what I'm saying? Like, is that your gift? I don't know, but it's very hard to become a singer.
That's
But the more likelihood of you becoming a doctor or a lawyer or a dental hygienist or dentist, whatever, that is up to you. Like, if you want to go through the work, you know the work that you needed to do, and I guarantee he could have already been. He could have been in his seventh year of dental school by now. Maybe no, hang on, 4. That's
Oh, you
uh,
said
tw-
dental school. Yeah.
dental school. Yeah, dental school is like it's a longer process than normal school, but he could be in the middle of his dentistry right now instead of working at Amazon, singing in the bathroom, trading forex. Yeah.
And just to piggy up back off that, we need people like us in fields like that, like dentistry, doctors. I know that it takes a lot of time to get to where you want to go. Lawyers, we need doctors, lawyers. We need a lot of things to represent us. So when when we go to those offices or when we go to dentistry or we go to the doctors, we feel more comfortable seeing somebody like us that took the time and I'm not even gonna say struggle, but just put the effort in to be a part of that society. That's what we need more of. We need more of that.
Yeah, we need
We don't
everything
need,
because doctors are gonna retire,
yeah,
dentists
lawyers.
is gonna retire. Chris Rock said it best. Like he lives next to a dentist. Chris
Rich.
Rock is
He's rich.
yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we don't understand that because there's a process. I have students all the time and this goes back to what I'm saying about the butterfly effect, the investment that you put in. Soon as they get, they'll buy all of the stuff because they don't have to invest in their education, no nothing, and they can go work at McDonald's or the King of Burgers, and
Okay,
they can
burgers.
they can go work at the King of Burgers. All of that money goes to themselves. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. And then they get to spend it on whatever, but it doesn't have anything to do with education. But once education comes involved and oh yeah, they push back. Oh, oh, I can't afford it. I'm gonna go to the community college. But but you're going to the community college right down the street from your house. You're going to the community college with the same knuckleheads that you was in high school with.
Mm.
But we telling you, hey, take out the $5,000 loan per year and go to a 4-year school and have the school experience. Oh well, I don't want to stay on campus because it costs too much. Well, it costs the same to live off campus. It's about the
uh,
same.
it's
It,
all about perspective, I guess.
it's not. Yeah, it's about perspective. Yeah, you don't want to live on campus, but I keep on telling them, I'm like, somebody's cooking your meals for you. You don't have to. You don't have to.
Yeah, I'm
You
living
don't
on
have to.
campus.
Exactly. Imma spend that extra money so I don't have to worry, and it's hard enough being in a PWI and navigating that whole process. Now you gotta go home, figure out what you wanna eat, you gotta stay healthy, you gotta find something to eat, you gotta cook something to eat, you gotta drive to your where you live, you gotta drive to campus, make sure you on campus on time, and
Mm.
all of these different factors y'all not even looking at. This is how you strategically go through life, because success is gonna take a lot of your focus.
Yeah.
Success takes a lot of your focus. You didn't have to focus while you was in school because you was working or whatever, and you didn't think school was that valuable or whatever. But now it's crucial. Now we need people that can be construction engineers and
Exactly.
engineers across the board, and that takes focus. You can't just
You can't
luck up
wing it.
and and wing it.
You can't wing it. No, sir.
So when
No,
you
ma'am.
when you need to study for 4 or 5 hours, but you need to cook for 2 hours to make that dish that you got.
You
You know what I
better
mean?
you better air fry it up.
No, you need to stay on campus so you could just go to the cafeteria, get you something to eat that'll hold you over so you can keep studying, or
Oh,
you can study in the cafeteria, or you can be around the group of people, or they gonna have study groups on campus, but you live off campus, and now you got to go back home 10 minutes, 15 minutes, however long it takes to you to get to wherever it is that you and now they done already started studying without you because you forgot your book at home. Do you see what I'm saying? Like
I do.
there's a lot that goes into it. That's why I was like, I stayed on campus. Like I spent $100,000 on my education alone. Nobody's coming and taking care of that. No, no, Biden didn't Nothing.
You
Like
missed you
they
missed
don't
that
even want to
train.
give me public service loan forgiveness. You gotta pay into it for a certain amount of time. Yeah, like it ain't just, oh yeah, you did 10 years in schools and you worked in a school, and now we're gonna give you your no, you gotta pay for 10 years, a certain amount of payments before
What?
you get your public student loan forgiveness. Nah.
Oh
You
no.
see what I'm
Well,
saying?
see, it's a trap. That's a trap right there. But
but I don't
it's a strategic trap.
yeah.
Yeah. So, and I
But
said that wrong.
and I had to check one of my students the other day. She was like, "Are you in debt?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm in debt. Do you have to pay?" She was like, "I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that." I was like, "The real question is was it worth it? Would I be here if I didn't go into debt for it?"
Mm,
Because they have options now, but if I wouldn't have did it, I wouldn't be sitting here in front of you with the knowledge that I have to
yeah.
give you. You would be getting it from some white teacher that
It,
that just
it,
thinks
it, it
you're good
costs
in high school. So you're gonna make it. You're gonna figure it out. You're not going to figure it out. You need somebody to help
it costs money to get
you.
money.
It costs money and it costs focus, and you need somebody to coach you through. And if you don't speak up for yourself and you don't go to the different offices in college, don't let me get into just going into work. Like you ain't got nobody if you go into that corporate environment. Ain't nobody trying to let you get you a leg
Mm-mm.
up.
Mm-mm.
You better,
You better be friends with somebody at lunch.
right.
Let me buy your lunch today and tell
But
me what's
but
going
but
on.
no, what they walk around with, they walk around with headphones on. They not trying to talk to nobody at the lunch thing. They not trying to do all of that. But that's why I say everybody needs to go to a junior college, get a degree from the junior college or a college or a trade school, something, and do it intentionally, do it deliberately. Don't be half focusing, because we got a whole bunch of students that are working, because in the state of Kansas, and I don't know what it is in Missouri, but my students are in Kansas. So uh at 16 years old, you can work 40 plus hours if you want to.
Word?
Yeah, 16 years old. But their focus is what? Going to work, not coming to school. They come to school to sleep. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they come to school to sleep.
See,
Because they working more
this
hours.
makes me not feel like I was that terrible of a student.
No, you ain't that terrible. They terrible, sorry.
You got
No.
you working on your retirement. You doing 40 hours at 16?
Yeah, they be working.
Oh, the laws must have changed
Oh,
because
yeah, that's why I
you're
mentioned it.
oh, okay. Because I could not work 40
No,
hours
it
at
was like
McDonald's.
20 hours max that you
Yeah,
had to be part-time. So they
yeah.
they work part-time until they 16, and once they turn 16, they just putting them on the schedule.
Oh my
They
God.
putting them on the schedule, I'm telling you. Yes, yes. That's
Mm,
what I'm saying, like, that's a part of the butterfly effect. The society is putting you into the butterfly effect. Society is desensitizing you to education, which education
mm.
is what
They
the
sweet.
wealthy people pay for,
They
and
are.
you getting it for free. You getting college for free, and they already know you don't value free, so so you not gonna take it. You gonna go to work and be a working class for the rest of your life, and that's what they always wanted to do. They always
Speed
wanted
up.
they always wanted the slave. They wanted somebody to do the work for least amount of money. They can't have slaves no more, so they got to pay you a little bit. But if they keep you in a certain state of economic survival, right? Economic survival,
Yeah,
then
you're
then
doing good. You got a roof over your head.
you got a roof over you,
You
you
got
got
a
a
piece.
car,
You got a car. You
you
got.
got this, and you
Look
living a
how
good
well you're
life.
doing.
Look how well you're doing. You'll never be Jeff Bezos. You never be the your
Hell no.
manager. Because you don't have no education. And once they have a whole bunch of people that aren't educated, and this is what I keep saying, is that they're gonna push the requirement up. they gonna require the entry level jobs have a degree because they know all of their kids got degrees because they sent them to them schools.
Here you
That's
go.
that's what I'm telling you. Like this is the stuff that is going on. This is the
It's the
butterfly
trickery.
effect.
It's the
Yes,
trickery.
society has got you in the chaos theory.
So 16, they're forcing adulthood on people at 16 now.
So they can keep you in the matrix.
You
So,
know, when I was growing up, you know how you got forced into adulthood? Having a baby.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. But yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Man, oh, don't worry about having a baby. Just come over here and sign these, sign this 40 real quick.
Yeah, and then all of the stereotypes, all of the like all of this stuff plays a factor. That's why I'm here, so I can guide y'all
I
through this
can't
whole thing.
believe
You
that.
see, I'm
I can't believe
I'm blowing CJ's mind. Like
you can go to work or you can go to school. That wasn't an option for me.
no, but like you got to go to school. They're just choosing to go to work a little bit more. And I tell my students to be strategic about it.
Oh, okay.
They working all night, every night during the school day or school week or whatever. So that's what I tell my students. I was like, y'all get off on at 12:30 on Wednesdays. Like you at home by at least one, if you don't have no sport or anything. So you could potentially work 8 hours on Wednesday, right? 2 to 10, right?
Yeah.
Then on the weekend.
Oh, that's all day.
Well, just say 8 hours. Like you
Yeah.
work 8 hours on Saturday, 8 hours on Sunday. That's what is that? 24. What's that? Yeah,
No,
24 hours.
16.
Well, that's 16 on the weekend plus the 8 on Wednesday. That's
Yeah.
that's 24 hours right there. So then you work a Friday. Um,
Mm,
that another 6 hours. That's 30 hours right there. And then you ain't even touched like you still have time to sleep and get everything done with
that's tough. That's real
you see what
tough.
I'm saying? Strategy. Like, yeah, I'm getting money, but also I'm understanding that I value my education. These companies do not value education. They once you are ready to work and hey, you don't have school today or you ain't got no activity tonight.
Oh,
Hey, we're gonna put you on the schedule.
it's Martin Luther King Day. Come on in. You don't have to go to work. Come on.
But society wants you to make money so that you lose focus on the long term uh the
Oh,
10,000 hours. You're never gonna get to
snatching your
that
dreams
10,000
away.
hours. Yeah, snatching dreams away in high school. And you don't even know it. The little butterfly
Oh,
effect is
a new form of slavery.
vastly
Wow.
different, unpredictable, and massive outcomes at the end of your life. And then you're gonna be 40 years old and you're gonna be talking about shoulda, wouldas, couldas.
Mm,
Like
no, no. Don't
yeah,
do
but
that to
but you
yourself.
can't you can't take back the youngest years of your life.
Yeah.
That's why I think that's why this I don't think that's why this is so important. What I'm saying is so important. Yeah, we can make the butterfly effect personally. Yes, we should do that, but understand that there's bigger issues at hand and you're just falling into the trap even with dang, it's even more. I keep on forgetting about all of this stuff. But even with the consumerism, they want you to be consumers.
Oh,
They don't
yeah.
want you to they don't want
Online
you to
everything.
save. And that's why I said the jumpstart generational wealth, you save, 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 save until you got this big chunk of money. And then like what I told man, if you got $100,000 in as the generational wealth, jumpstart generational wealth, if you got $100,000 at 22 years old, you got $100,000 and four of your other friends have $100,000 because y'all
Oh.
saved and saved and saved and saved and saved, and y'all all got $100,000. What can you do? You can start a whole company. All of y'all put in $25,000 to start a company, but you got to know something. you got to know something to start the
There's a catch. There's a
y'all
catch,
all
guys.
gonna lose y'all money if but say somebody goes into school to be an engineer, somebody went to school to be a HVAC technician, somebody went to school for accounting, somebody went down the road, and after those 5 years they
The helping
well
hands.
well I mean, technically you would do your schooling then start saving the 5 years, so it moves the timeline a little bit further. But like after high school, if you go to work and you just work and save up that $100,000 and you have an idea, you can execute on that idea and see if it worked. You might, but that comes back to the invest in yourself. You got to invest in yourself. That's your money.
I'm gonna start investing in myself right now.
Because I'm hungry and I need something to eat.
Well,
But yeah, so we gotta quit. We gotta quit because my camera about to go dead. I forgot. It's on 5%.
we
But
can't have it.
the butterfly effect is real. You can make some changes in your life right now that are going to make massive outcomes later on in life, especially with the savings. When it comes to saving, there's a statistic on that if you save a certain amount every week or something like that, or month or something, while you're from 18 to 60, you'll be a millionaire. All of that stuff is true. Like but it's slowly but surely, and it's a long term outcome, massive outcome that you can have if you did it on a regular basis starting now. But if you just pass it over, but like the people that already have money and the people that that pay for education know these things, and they don't want you to know. They just want you to have it easy, and easy doesn't necessarily turn into success.
That's very true.
So go support the podcast. Subscribe to the podcast on all YouTube, Spotify, all of the podcast channels. Go check me out on Instagram, Work Hard Movement, WRKHRDMOVEMENT. Come on. We got to get this out. This is on my birthday. I'm shouting myself out for my birthday.
Yeah, happy
42.
birthday, young fella.
I'm in my my what's that called? Um Jackie Robinson. My Jackie Robinson year. I'm
Oh
in my
my
Jackie
goodness.
Robinson year.
Look at
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. In Black History Month. So
And we
this is
love
about
that.
to be going out. I think I got a couple of good things
Yeah.
out of there that we can clip up
Yeah. We
and
love
and
it.
promote. So CJ, last words.
As always, be all the way up, be committed to excellence. And my 40 is gonna look way different than your 40. So please do what you need to do to be a responsible
All the
adult.
way up.
Yeah. Invest in yourself. Take investments. Take donations. Take all the help you can get because
But understand the implications of it. Like I never I don't look like I refuse handouts almost. Like I take it every once in a while, but like throughout my life, like I never really nobody really just handed me a
mm,
car or something like that. It was like, you got
oh,
the money, I can get you to a car, to help in that way. But that's
that's still helping you.
but that's not
It's not a handout.
yeah, it's not a handout.
Right.
Yeah. So you
It's a
gotta
cost.
understand the difference between help and the handout. So um anything else? My bad. I'll be
No, you're fine. This is a very good podcast. I liked
all right. Now, give me my theme music.
it.
motivated, I'm prepared to beat that charge. My hands up above the restricted area, he OC, that's a charge. They leasing, they renting, my shit paid for. What they charge ain't nothing for you to go out here and go get us on one roof. Gotta be able to work hard. I'm up late nights, early mornings. I don't watch too much TV, city already performing. You keep them thoughts, I have no time for them. Solid cats and out raw form. So much tension in these streets, everybody can't heat. Ready to settle petty beef, and I'm telling them cameras gonna be aiming at me. Before they see me retreat, I'ma make them believe that I go hard.